I'm tasting.
So, come. He joined Gaudiya Math in 1914.
1914. before Lenin.
Before Lenin. That time, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur not taking any disciples. So when he joined, he was like 16.
Disciple.
No disciples. So he met Bhaktisiddhanta.
He was 16.
And he was the first one to take initiation from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. First disciple. First to get the Guru Mantra. Before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He not giving Guru Mantra to anyone.
Guru Mantra, you mean Gayatri Mantra?
Gayatri is 9 Gayatris.
9?
Brahma Gayatri, Guru Mantra, Guru Gayatri. You never took second initiation?
I took.
You didn't get Guru Mantra? Guru Mantra, Guru Gayatri?
I got. But you said 9?
He was the first one to take from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That means first disciple. So he always used to sleep in Prabhupada's room. Prabhupada means Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He would never sleep anywhere else. He was so close to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was put in charge of all the Gaudiya Maths, especially Mayapur. So that time was only three devotees. That time they were so poor they don't even have enough to eat. Only one day they had no more rice, only this much rice. And they collected vegetables from the trees. And they cooked and they took little prasad. And even though they had no plates, only on the concrete. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came, oh, you don't have enough to eat. I know Gurudev, we're only practicing renunciation. So much, you could imagine how much they're intimate. So then, so much seva he did. So much service he did for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So some people thought he was just a manager because he's doing all the management, everything. But Bhaktisiddhanta personally taught him all Vedanta, and he instructed him, always keep your eye on Vedanta, because Mayavadis think Vedanta is their book, but really Vedanta is the book of Bhakti. Vyas, he wrote a commentary on Vedanta, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Atayam Brahma Sutranam, Gayat Bharatata Parimvita, Gayate Basya Rupasu, Vedati Parimvita. Bhagavatam is 4 things. The real meaning of the Vedanta, the commentary on the Gayatri. So Param Gurudev, he called all his sannyasis Bhakti Vedanta. Like Bhaktivedanta Swami, that's Prabhupada. Bhaktivedanta Narayan, our Gurudev. Bhaktivedanta Bhami. Param Gurudev, understand? Gurudev is Guru. All his disciples, Bhaktivedanta. So Prabhupada and him had such a close relationship. We were God brothers, no? Actually, Bhakti Pragyan Kesi, he joined Gaudiya Math like me. 20 years before Prabhupada. So much, understand, close to Prabhupada, so much senior. So Prabhupada had so much respect for him. Actually, Gurudev said, I first met Abhay Charanaravinda before he took sannyas. Gurudev took sannyas before him, you know. Narayan Maharaj took sannyas before Prabhupada, like 5-6 years. So when Gurudev said, when I first met him was 1948. And my Gurudev was giving a lecture, and one Grihastha came. And Param Gurudev stood like this. Oh, come, and made him sit next to him on the Vyasasana. Then Gurudev was amazed. He's Grihastha. And my Gurudev is sannyasi. He's giving him so much respect. Then Gurudev asked, who is he? He said, he is very dear to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He's Abhay Charanaravinda. You should always serve him. So Gurudev said, I always try to do so many services for him. Whenever he come to Mathura, because Gaudiya Math had so many problems after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur left. One acharya, they chose one acharya, one guru. Ananta Vasudeva, you heard his name? Anyway, you don't know the history of Gaudiya Math, but he was so qualified, but afterwards he became against Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He became mad. Prabhupada said he killed himself. His wife killed him. And he, so sad history. He said Gaudiya Math was so much fighting. So our Gurudev's guru, he left. I don't want fighting. So he went and began his own mission. Because there were only court case. So he left and began. So Prabhupada at that time, Prabhupada and him and one other. Three, they made this our society, our Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. That was made by Prabhupada, like 19, cannot remember which year. Like 1937.
Prabhupada Abhaycharan.
Bhaktivedanta Swami. Before sannyas. So our Gurudev's guru, Prabhupada, Bhaman Maharaj, one other. These four, they made our Gaudiya Math. They put their signatures on the paper.
New Gaudiya Math.
Oh, there's so many different Gaudiya Maths.
Yeah.
Maybe like 20 or 30 different, like Gaudiya Mission, Chaitanya Mission, Chaitanya Gaudiya Math,
and
Vedanta Samiti.
And someday Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupada, make a league of devotees.
He also tried making us, but it wasn't
later,
successful.
It was later.
After this.
After.
He went to Jhansi and tried to preach, but he couldn't do anything. No one could help him. He was preaching very hard sometimes. So we should think, Guru Maharaj said, you should understand this is the arrangement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had so many good disciples. So when the Gaudiya Math broke, they all went and made their own mission. And that way the preaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went everywhere. So Guru Maharaj said, you don't think this is any bad, this is a good thing. Because so much preaching came. Prabhupada also, our Gurudev. So then, our Gurudev joined Gaudiya Math in 1948. That time he was policeman, but he left everything. 2 children, wife. He had so much property, big family, but he left everything, came to his Gurudev. So Prabhupada left his Grihastha in 1954. And Gurudev said, we met him in Mathura. He had nothing. On his cloth had holes. And Gurudev said, what are you doing here? I left my family. Then Gurudev asked him, it is 1954, where are you staying? I'm staying in one dharamshala. Gurudev said, no, you have to stay with us. You're our father. You have to stay us. We will serve you and you will protect us. So Gurudev and they took all Prabhupada's stuff to Mathura, Kesavji Gaudiya Math. Prabhupada stayed there maybe 2-3 years, writing his Bhagavatam. Guru Maharaj said we gave him room. He did so much close. Guru Maharaj said that is the time only 3-4 brahmacharis in Mathura. He said Gurudev, a very famous singer. In all Gaudiya Math, he's #1 singer, beautiful voice. And Prabhupada would play mridanga for arti. So 1, 2, like 3-4 devotees staying that time. And Guru Maharaj said he was always doing his Bhagavatam, English. Then our Gurudev's Guru came. Understand? Gurudev's Guru, Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Maharaj. Then Gurudev said to him, why are you not giving him sannyas? He's so qualified, without sannyas he cannot preach. Then Gurudev always says, I was the main reason he took sannyas, because I put so much force on him. Gurudev said, we used to joke, oh, you like your wife, you can't give up your wife. That's why you're afraid of sannyas. So Prabhupada agreed to take sannyas. So when Prabhupada took sannyas, Gurudev made his danda, sannyas danda, this cloth, everything. Gurudev, I showed him how to tie his sannyas cloth, because Gurudev already sannyas. Then Prabhupada sannyas yaga, Gurudev did the yagya, everything. Then Prabhupada stayed, then Prabhupada went to Jhansi before sannyas. And he tried to preach, but not successful. Then they installed one deity of Mahaprabhu. But Prabhupada at that time, no disciples, he cannot take care. So Prabhupada brought that Mahaprabhu back to Mathura. So you see in Gurudev's Mathura temple, that Prabhupada's Mahaprabhu there, that same deity, 1954.
Didn't see. I didn't see.
Oh, you know, I'm telling.
But I was in Vrindavan and I was in this room of Prabhupada's room in Damodara.
Before that, before Prabhupada went to Radha Damodara, this all before. Then Prabhupada went to, then Prabhupada went to Radha Damodara. Then Gurudev said, I used to always go and visit him. Gurudev said, we would roll chapati. That time Guru Maharaj, he'd not even have a chadar. So poor. So niskincha. So Guru Maharaj said, I would give him my chadar, you sit here. And we would sit on the same bed. Guru Maharaj said, I would roll chapatis. And Prabhupada would put them on the fire. Then they would cook sabji, then they'd offer to Radha Damodara. So much they had intimate association. So then Prabhupada went to the West for preaching. Prabhupada wrote maybe 300 letters to Narayan Maharaj. Then they say no Gaudiya Math helping Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada many times asked Gurudev, if you come to Guru Maharaj said, I cannot, now I have my Guru Seva. I can give up my Guru Seva, I have to be here. But maybe I will come later, Guru Maharaj used to say. So Gurudev, he sent many deities, mridangas, kartals, all Prabhupada's books, all packing everything. Who did that? Who sent to India? That was all Narayan Maharaj. When Prabhupada came back, Prabhupada was sick, then he came back to America, to India, with Kirtananda. Guru said, who met him at the airport? I was the only one. Then they went preaching. Prabhupada's still sick. Guru Maharaj, I went with Kirtananda everywhere in Delhi, preaching. When Kirtananda took sannyas, who did the yagya for Kirtananda's sannyas? That was Narayan Maharaj. So much they have relation. Then Prabhupada left, he asked Narayan Maharaj, you help all my disciples. Gurudev says, Prabhupada said in Bengali, I brought so many monkeys. I could not train the monkeys. So you must help them. And Guru Maharaj promised, I promise I'll help your disciples. And Gurudev with his own hand, Prabhupada asked him, you give me samadhi. Have you seen the samadhi video? Gokul, is it there on YouTube?
Which samadhi?
The final lesson, Gurudev giving Prabhupada samadhi.
I don't know.
Can you have a look?
You connected here?
No, not on my computer.
Which samadhi?
Prabhupada samadhi.
How well?
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
Who did that?
That
was Narayan Maharaj. Explain in Polish.
Prabhupada przed odejściem poprosił Narayana Maharaja, żeby on złożył go w samadhi, jego ciało, całą tą ceremonię.
I know, but I was in Vrindavan and there is this before Krishna Balaram temple.
There
is
samadhi.
Left is the samadhi.
Who put Prabhupada in samadhi? Who wrote the samadhi mantra on Prabhupada's chest? Who did that? Who arranged all that festival? That Narayan Maharaj did all that. You know Bhakti Swarup Damodara Maharaj?
Yes, this.
He came to Vrindavan, Govardhan, 4 years ago. And Swarup Damodara Maharaj crying, when Prabhupada left, we didn't know what to do. We had no idea, samadhi of Guru. But Narayan Maharaj, he showed us everything. So much he did seva, so much. Prabhupada trusted him so much.
Damodara Swami, this scientist, yes?
No, he left us 2 years. Then, like 1992, many ISKCON gurus also coming to Gurudev for Shiksha. Tamal Krishna. Who else? Giriraj Swami. Who else, Gokul?
Sachinandan?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Shamarani, Jadarani. Who else? Gokul, concentrate. Who else came?
You mentioned yesterday one devotee. Who's not?
Anyway, so many started coming.
Ajapataka?
No,
Indradumna Maharaj?
Huh?
Indradumna Maharaj?
No.
Shivaram Swami?
Shivaram Swami. or some from South Africa, I don't know, I never met. But many, they're coming to Narayan Maharaj, many years.
Trivikram Swami? No.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I never heard the name. Then many people began coming, you know, because they're thinking, my Gurudev's going.
Bhakti Chara Swami. Gopal Krishna.
Gopal Krishna. Oh no. You know Prabhupada's son?
Yes, I
He
heard.
made a court case against ISKCON, you know?
Yes.
He said Prabhupada was a Kayasta, businessman. And I'm his son, ISKCON is family business. Then Gurudev went many times to Bombay. No, he's sannyasi. He's not in the business, he took sannyas. And Guru Maharaj said that time they're begging Narayan Maharaj, you please come. If you help us in the court case, we'll give you a ticket around the world. You can preach in any ISKCON temple. They said. And Gurudev angry, I'm not your prostitute. I'm not doing this. I'm doing anything only for seva. I don't want anything. So then 1990, like 1990, 92, 93, 94, then all these ISKCON gurus going to see Narayan Maharaj. Then all the disciples thinking, my Gurudev going to Narayan, I also want to go. Why not? What do you think? My Gurudev going there for Shiksha, why I'm not going? Then many started coming. Then ISKCON became afraid. Oh, ban on Narayan Maharaj. Why? Only they're afraid everyone is going to Narayan Maharaj. There's no reason to ban, only they are afraid. Then fighting started. So how anyone saying Gurudev is different than Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is so much offense. They say he's different. What different? He is 60 years in this Gaudiya Math. Before they are born, Gurudev is there, sannyas. Before any of them are born, Gurudev is sannyas. And Gurudev served Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. First to say, Gurudev served him 20 years. And Gurudev not learned anything. So don't believe all these stories, no? This is all aparad, Vaishnava. So anyone who's lucky can hear this, anyone lucky can come to him. I can get the mercy of go anytime. What do you think? ISKCON did the same to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, same to Govinda Maharaj, now same to Narayan Maharaj.
What I think, I wonder about your words about this Harinam. We got Harinam initiation. And question is, what value is of
What?
this value of this Harinam initiation?
Wow.
We are chanting many years.
So much value. Harinam is never without value.
And we now we can wonder if we chant holy name or we chant syllables.
Holy name is so powerful. Ajamil has no guru, nothing.
Yeah.
Ajamil is doing very bad activities, but he chant Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. What happened? Ek namabas sava papeksha. By one namabas all sin is destroyed. So Ajamil, he called his son Narayan. And he's always chanting, Narayan, come here. Narayan, eat this. Narayan, bad boy. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. This is like sadhana, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. Then he's making so much Sukriti by chanting. You know Sukriti?
Yeah. Pious
activities.
Yes,
related to Bhagavan or Bhakta.
Pious results.
But this is called Nitya Sukriti, not any material Sukriti, Nitya Sukriti. So he's chanting, chanting, chanting. What happened? He's making so much Sukriti. Bhaktistu Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parajati Satsanga Puvati Puvi Sukriti Purva Sanchate. Bhaktistu Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parajati. By Bhagavad Sangha, by Bhakta Sangha you can get devotion. And how do you get Sangha or devotee? By Sukriti. Sukriti Purva Sanchate. When Sukriti is complete, you can meet devotee. So all time he's calling Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. This is like bhajan something. Then he's collecting so much Sukriti. Then what happened? Then he can meet the Vishnu Dutas. Remember? Narayan, the Vishnu Dutas came. Mahabhaya, don't be afraid. Then the Vishnu Duta is describing the glories of Krishna, of Bhagavan's name. And Ajamil, he is not dead. He is hearing this. Then what happened? Faith. Because Adao Shraddha Tata Sadhusam. Before faith comes Sadhusam. Adao Shraddha. Before Shraddha must be Sadhusam. Without Sadhusam, how can you have Shraddha?
Really?
Sure. Adal Shraddha, before Shraddha.
It's not first Shraddha?
Before Shraddha you have to do Sadhusanga, otherwise it's not real Shraddha. Two types of Shraddha.
We got another understanding.
That's okay. First is Shraddha is okay. But first is ordinary Shraddha.
Yes,
Shraddha
not deep.
And
not Nishtha. And it's differentiate.
This Shraddha is not deep, no paramatic Shraddha,
Yes,
no
yes.
spiritual Shraddha. It's like ordinary Shraddha.
Initial.
Like so many devotees come, then they leave. Why?
Yes, this.
They're not this real Shraddha. Some, like Lokik Shraddha we say, like material faith.
Yes.
But not this real faith, paramatic Shraddha. So Guru Maharaj says first is ordinary Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, then real faith.
Nishtha.
No, not Nishtha.
Not Nishtha?
Shraddha. Real Shraddha.
Because in this verse is word Nishtha.
That's after. Adao Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Ta Bhajana Kriya, Anatana Vritti, Nishtha Stata. Nishtha is after, a long way.
Yeah.
So Ajamil, he's chanting, but no Shraddha. Narayan, Narayan. Then he's making so much Sukriti. Then what happened? That Sukriti gave him Sadhusanga. What Sadhusanga? Vishnu Doots. That means perfect Guru. 4, not even 1 Guru, 4 Gurus. Narayana. Then they're describing the glories of Krishna's name. And he is hearing this. Then he has so much faith. Then he woke up. Oh, I did so much nonsense. Alas, alas. He left and took sannyas in 1 second and went to the Himalaya. There in Himalaya he took shelter of Guru and achieved perfection. Therefore you are chanting many years. Now what's happening? So many years chanting. Then what? Sukriti, you have Sukriti. Now what? Now it's chance to meet real sadhu. If you come and meet Maharaj, then you'll have faith. Well, this is Sadguru. Then you take what? Diksha. Diksha, then Anatana Vritti, then Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means after Diksha, Guru gives you power to do bhajan. Last night we said that. Then Anatana Vritti. Then Nishta, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhav and Prema. So many years you are chanting, that means now you have so much Sukriti. Now you get a chance to meet perfect devotee of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Before your Sukriti is not so strong, therefore you cannot get good Guru. But no loss for you, what problem? Better late than never.
Yesterday you asked me about goal of my chanting. Maybe my chanting is like Ajamil chanting, you know. Maybe Ajamil doesn't read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam.
But Ajamil never did aparad.
Yeah.
But we must be doing so much aparad.
Yes, yeah. For sure I make him apparatus.
But no problem, therefore holy name is so great. Vidi Puraschaja Diksha Pekshana Kore Jiva Svasha Chandala Sakdudari. Harinam doesn't need even Diksha.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
This is quite interesting point, because I remember when I was in Mayapur, some discussion go on, and it was a quarrel actually quarrel between two parties of ISKCON. Somebody said that our chanting is Asat, not pure. Therefore, is useless.
Not useless, we cannot say useless.
Asat.
Asat means we're not getting the pure result.
Yeah.
Name is always pure, but we are doing uproar.
Yes, name is always pure, and somehow we get.
We are not chanting
purification.
the pure name.
We're not chanting the pure name, but
by chanting you can get Sukriti.
yes.
Sukriti gives you Sangha.
But we got some purification.
Must be so
Yeah.
much. Come on.
Yeah.
Holy name, not
Of
useless.
course, of course.
How we can say nothing? It took you to Mayapur.
Mm.
Then Mayapur you're walking so much Sukriti in Mayapur.
Parikram.
Parikram, Tulsi. And now this Sukriti become very strong. Now you can chant.
Mm.
I don't know, your Sukriti is strong enough to come and meet Gurudev.
I don't know.
Come on, but some greed should be there. I want to meet Sadhu. No?
Mm.
So you cannot say that, no. So hard to meet Sadhu. Even Bhagavat says, Duralpahi alpatapasya.
I'm eager to see Narayan Maharaj, no problem.
Okay.
Because
Bhagavat says, Duralpahi alpatapasya. That person has no tapasya. He cannot meet the devotees of Bhagavan.
tapasya is part of my name.
So you come meet him. If you get a chance, you come to India. Also, you can come to India this year.
No,
Why not?
because of my situation, no money.
Beg, borrow, steal, anyway. Come.
Still, yes. Good proposition. And my security.
No, this is for Bhagavan's seva, not for anyone.
But I was in Vrindavan, Mayapur. This is my, capital within.
But Bhagavatam says, Soeva Gokara, that person in Vrindavan,
Mhm.
but not goes to meet the sadhu, he like
Mhm.
donkey or ass.
You mean me?
It may be, I don't know. But if you live in a holy place but you don't want for sadhu sangha, then
I went for Sadhu Sangha.
who is sadhu? Who is real sadhu?
Somebody point me. Here is Sadhu, therefore I follow.
But so many people point you to Harikesh also.
Huh?
So many they point you to Harikesh before.
Yeah.
No problem. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says before we take Guru, but we don't know what is Guru.
Probably, Harikesh was quite charismatic person, and many devotees show that he has some almost mystic power or something like that. He was very much conscious of different things, like telepathy almost, that kind person.
By Namaparad so much comes.
Yeah. Yes, actually, I know for sure that he sometimes disrespects his brothers, his god brothers.
There's so much disrespect to Govinda Maharaj.
Yes.
That's why he fell down.
Yes, Govinda.
That's why he fell down.
I was witness of this his collapse, because I was that time pujari in Abentoyer. You know Abentoyer? It's New Goloka in Germany.
This is
And
something
this-
like farm in Germany.
Not farm. This is not agricultural here there, but
Castle.
not castle.
Anyway, it doesn't
Temple.
In
Temple
village.
In
someplace.
a village in the forest actually, and now from 15 years they have this Radha Madan Mohan did this from Bavaria moved to, and I was pujari at the time in Abentoyer, and Harikesh was there, and this big collapse take place in this toy. And and a big discussion, why, and somebody says that one of most important reasons is offense against Govinda Swami.
Govinda Swami was Mahabhagavat.
Yes, and he cares him, or probably. Or not, I don't know. Maybe
Adhikes is not fortunate enough to be cursed by Govinda.
Oh, thank you.
Curse is too much mercy.
Maybe.
Anyways, don't think bad, think is good. So much service you did, so much chanting now.
Yes. We have a very good relation, and still we have some relation.
With who?
With Harikesh.
I mean, you did so much service to Mahaprabhu, then now you can meet bona fide sadhu. You should not keep asatsanga. Don't keep bad association, even by mind.
We don't have a relation like a guru disciple. No, he cut it.
There was never real relation there. He was never guru, and how you could be disciple? Chakudan diloje janme janme, birth after birth. Real guru means birth after birth. Eternal sambandha.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Like I said yesterday, the calf. He may go to the wrong cow.
Yeah.
And he goes to the mother.
This is interesting because he cut this relation. Maybe he's
that
not
relation was never there. Real relation.
Yeah.
Like Prabhupada.
Yes, he shouldn't cut. If will be real, he shouldn't cut.
He's not real, then he cannot make real relation with Jiva.
Yeah.